Well, we've been on this since morning. I'm supposed to discuss on the topic Lean Forward, a presentation on the Jonathan Sambo campaign. The first thing you will say is, what is a professor of pharmacology who should be in the classroom presenting somebody for president? The second, the secret there is that I belong to the political wing of the INC. INC means Ijaw National Congress, under the leadership of my president here, Dr. Bianime. Incidentally, he too is a pharmacologist, but I've known him for over 3 decades, but I never knew he was an orator. I think it was well described, very, very well described in your opening later. I didn't know you knew him that much. He's going to go places. What I've seen him do is that he started by building bridges. We've talked to Ralph Mezurike, we've talked to the INC, we've talked to nearly everybody. All good vision from our president, and may he keep it on. With what he's doing, I think we'll go places with this Jonathan Sambo group. As the coordinator rightly pointed out, I've known Goodluck Jonathan for a long time, and I want to speak on his behalf. I can only present his credentials. If you look at, just think back before you left Nigeria. If somebody tells you he was in action group, you'll immediately know that we're talking about maybe free education, improved social welfare. All those things have passed. The military came, and as was pointed, somebody really took a chronological happenings of Nigeria from the action group days to the military coming back to politics and so on. Now they are still in politics, but in civilian clothes. It took a good view of it, and you can see that all those manifestos have gone. It's only in Nigeria that a senator from AC, maybe in Benin, would say, stand up in Senate and say, the PDP ticket in Edo State cannot buy you ice water. It's just like Zimbabwean dollars. So I'm crossing over to AC. He got elected on that PDP, he's crossing. So things have really gone bad. And what we are trying to do is to come back to the good old days. The values system has to change. That is what Goodluck stands for. A man like Goodluck, I knew him for the first time when I was a returning officer in Yenegua. He was the running mate to Alami Essaya. Then they used to take professors as returning officers. I was one. I never even knew when he got into the podium block. Very quiet, wanted to know what came out of it. Oh, he didn't bribe anybody. No, Nigerians are used to pay. No, they pay for their votes. But I can tell you, Hoha, that as a returning officer, he never even saw me. He only came to make inquiries. And those are the kind of people we need, because the system we have now is carry-go. End justifies the means, and that has to stop. Lean forward means it's a new beginning. That is what it means. It's a new beginning. All those vices have to change. We should go back to our value systems of those days and actually work for what we get. It's not just sitting back home and expect to get things without working. That era should pass. It's gone. So a vote for presenting Goodluck to you means we can only present a good thing as a professor. You don't come and present a bad thing. You must be convinced. But one good thing about that group is that it's not a do-or-die affair. People keep asking, if they want to rule, why do they wait for Nigerians to ask them to rule us? Of course, that bridge is passed. You have to feel the pulses of the people to see whether you are wanted. You don't impose yourself on Nigerians. If they want you, you can. If you win, fine. If you don't win, you just shake hands and go, which is one good value we have to bring back. It's not the carry-go system where somebody says, in as much as Jega said, the electoral the electoral boxes should be transparent. Even the people conducting the elections should be transparent too. That's even like what our coordinator said, Dr. Gorgi. One man said, you can make the votes as far as I'm counting. Even the man counting should be transparent. That's what it's all about. We're going to present Goodluck and Sambo based on their track records. A man like Goodluck and Sambo, you see, for the first time in our country, we are presenting a pair, both that are all graduates. We're tired of what Dr. Gorgi said. No, I think somebody else said he went to his local government. The man doesn't have even a standard 6, but he's planning on buying 10 or 20 cars after the elections. You must know what the Constitution of the Federal Republic is before you go even to defend it. That's what we are talking about. One is a scientist, the one is an architect. A combination of both of them, of course. You can't have anything better than that. Even in the academia, if you want to make somebody a professor, and there's already one existing there, like he is due to be a professor, we have to see whether we can coexist. If we cannot coexist, there's no point promoting him. People are coming up, presenting candidates. We don't even know who their running mates are. You have to assess who their running mates are, whether they can even coexist, because we had it in the past, where the president was going this direction, the vice president was going another direction. You see, their ships must sail in one direction. That is the type of thing we are presenting to you. If you were there at the presidential declaration, when Goodluck Jonathan stood up to talk, that if I, from the creeks, who went to school barefooted, can aspire to the highest office in Nigeria, then you can equally get there. Of course, it became an aspiration for the younger people. Takes you back to what your President Obama was saying, that 30 years ago, I couldn't have been served in this restaurant, of course, particularly in the southern parts of Nigeria, but today I'm the president of this country. We're talking about a change. A man who has come from the creeks barefooted to be the president of your country knows what it means to be poor. He's going to address these issues more than somebody who's been fed with a silver spoon anyway. He knows it. You don't have to teach him. He knows it. That is what we're presenting to you. And the type of humility that man shows, I have worked with him. As you've heard, I was the provost of the college, the pioneer provost, when he was deputy governor. He never argues. He never argued with his boss. He followed well. And my philosophy in life is that if you don't follow, you can't lead. You must learn to follow first before you aspire to lead. He has followed well. He never had any problems with Alame Seye as deputy governor. Neither did he have problems with the president when he was vice president. So it's automatic ticket. He has to move higher. And that's why we are presenting him to you when the time comes for us to campaign. It's not time yet, as I said. Let this not be confused as a campaign trail. We're not there yet. We take our things step by step. We're only introducing the candidates to you. His Excellency, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, and His Excellency, Sambo, who is an architect, that they will take you to the greatest of heights if they get into power. Before they got there, we can see what they are doing now. I hope it's only 5 minutes. You know, before they got there, you had all kinds of slogans, 7-point agenda, MDGs, but what they are now doing is concentrate on power. Because if you provide the basic amenities, power, all other things will fall in place. And that's what Dr. Gorgi has been saying, good governance. If you provide the basic amenities, take for example, in Nigeria, our economy is generator-driven. What are you going to do in an economy that is generator-driven now? The way it is going now, if you give him another 5 years, generators will be history in Nigeria because more and more power has been generated. And with that, of course, that goes with water. They're concentrating more on water and light so that with that in mind, there'll be a wealth creation. We'll have, of course, the workforce will increase because if the economy improves, people will smile. And that is why, of course, while maintaining the MDGs anyway, that is what they are, that is the focus now. Well, again, Dr. Gorgie did point out that when President Obama visited Ghana, he said we didn't need strong men in Africa. We needed good institutions. He then said we need both good institutions and strong men. What's happening now in Nigeria is that our institutions are now being strengthened. For the first time, the rule of law is there. Our democratic principles is not based on the rule of law. You see serving governors now being kicked out. The judiciary is being strengthened. Nobody argues when the law courts pronounces judgment. Everybody now sit up, which we all know. It's just the rule of law that is driving us now. And for example, the last judgment that came out of Abuja that laid to rest the issue of zoning, that the zoning is a PDP affair. It's not in our constitution. The constitution does not allow zoning. We have all said that no matter where the part of the country you come from, you can aspire to the highest office in the land. That is what the constitution says. What has happened with zoning is a PDP affair. We've taken it back to the PDP. 2 more minutes, I hear you. So, we have said today, history is being made. It's about to be made. That a man from the creeks or a minority for the first time is going to contest for the highest office in the land. Dr. Gorgie did say whether he succeeds or not, history is being made. But I will add to what he has said that let's make the history by making sure that he succeeds because of the track records he's presented to us. We won't live to regret it. Going from what he has done so far, for the first time in our history, the rule of law prevails. On that note, sir, let us strive to see that the best man wins. And I think for now, the best man is the man I'm presenting. I have presented a man to you with his running mate. I'm not presenting somebody to you that we don't even know who the running mate is. All on paper. A lot of things have been read today. So many names have been mentioned. We don't know who they are running with. But what you know, keep what you know. Don't speculate. It's there.